The interviews in this video are with candidates currently running in the November 2020 election in Brevard County. I'm Zach Noon. I had the opportunity to speak with local candidates about their knowledge of renewable energy and how they plan to help implement that in Brevard County's near future. As a representative of young and future voters, I was encouraged that while not everyone has the same level of knowledge on this subject, everyone I spoke with seemed to understand the importance of a transition to clean energy and a cleaner environment for Brevard County. I want to thank the Brevard chapter of ReThink Energy Florida and all the candidates that shared their time to speak with me and engage in this conversation that will definitely continue into their future terms of office. All candidates for each seat were invited, and no part of this video is an endorsement for any candidate. What are your plans, or what have you accomplished to help advance renewable energy options for Brevard County?
One of the things that I know that we need to do here in Brevard County and across Florida is to become carbon neutral and then carbon negative by past 2050. And that means that we have to be aggressive about climate change and climate action. One of the things that I did right off the bat was help sponsor and write the preamble for essentially the Green New Deal for Florida. It focuses on renewable technologies across the state and right here in Brevard County. So that includes dollars for research and development for green technologies here in Brevard County, venture capitalist dollars to bring new companies to Brevard County that are focused on green energy, and then infrastructure dollars. How do we build our infrastructure for a next generation resiliency for climate change and climate action? And that will also diversify our economy. So we can do all of these things, protect the climate, while at the same time build our economy up. And that will ultimately serve Floridians better and serve the rest of the United States better, because we can ultimately lead the nation in clean energy and resilience.
What are your plans, or what have you accomplished to ensure the transition to renewable energy in Brevard County is available to every resident at every income level?
That's a very good question, because we know that working class, lower to middle class, everybody needs to be focused on resilient energy here in Florida. Part of my plan for the Green New Deal for here in Florida focuses on building a roadmap that lowers or that builds tax credits for renewable energy, gives you tax credits for solar, wind powered, gives you tax credits back for your vehicles, all focused on enabling and better enabling people of lower to middle class elements to get those types of renewable technologies. The second part is, how do you educate? So you need to evolve your educational system to not just educate people better, but educate them for the 21st century workforce, which is going to be focused on a green economy. So you do that by focusing on every income level and ensuring that when they get out of high school and get a college paid for them, they can have the type of skills that they need to work in an environment that is conducive to green technology jobs. And that will ultimately help build a better and more resilient society here in Florida.
The state legislature has implemented or attempted to implement a number of preemptions on environmental issues regulating fertilizer, plastic bags, and polystyrene. What is your opinion on home rule versus state control on environmental issues, specifically septic tank permitting?
A very good question that has to be addressed. A lot of the things that Floridians and the legislature do is they try to legislate from the state, and they don't allow cities and municipalities to have more stringent ecological standards to include plastic straws, plastic bags, septic tanks. So I'm very much a proponent of home rule. Also, if you interview Phil Moore in District 53, he's also a proponent of home rule. So I am always a proponent of getting and allowing cities and municipalities to build their own regulations, as long as they're more stringent to the baseline standards that we set here in Florida. Because we have a real problem with pollutants. We have a real problem with our underground water systems and septic tank systems. Those have to be modernized. A lot of that money can come from the state, but the cities and municipalities are the ones that are going to really know how to use that money in the best and most efficient way to ensure that they're building the right infrastructure for what's best for their city. I got into the race because of climate. My son is 13 years old. He was asking questions about the future of our planet. And after serving 21 years in the military, I didn't have a good answer for whether we had the leaders that were capable of being visionary enough to lead us into the next stage of our economy, to build a green energy revolution right here in Florida, that we're bold enough to build plans that worked. So that's why I did write and help author the Green New Deal equivalent for Florida that's signed by most candidates here in the state legislature on the Democratic side. And we're going to get it done. We have to, because the future of our planet depends on, right now, men and women serving the best interest of young men and women like you, who very much need to be invested in your future, and so that your kids can thrive and survive and their kids can as well. So it is our opportunity and our job over the next 4 years, because we've got a very little time, to build that roadmap and get it done. So I will get it done, and I promise that.